Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at Near Protocol's weekly analysis, remember this is for edutainment only and not for financial advice. So and also when you feel value has been added in the video, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts in the comments section or on Twitter. And if you have friends and family who enjoy crypto with simple to easy to understand analysis, feel free to share my links with them. Appreciate it. Let's jump into the news for Near. I previously mentioned this on my Twitter feed. Near Protocol jumps 23% amid fresh $350 million funding, and that helped it. And however, buy the what is it called? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Basically, that's what happened with Near, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute here. So here's the weekly chart on TradingView. Near is currently right here, printing its. So let's before we get to here, let's take a look at where it was. It was here down at $7.39 on February the 24th, 2022, and it rose all the way up here, putting in a near a new all-time high. You might not be able to see it. It's right up here, near all new time high at 1979. And that's a 168% increase from here up to here, and that was within 43 days. I started sharing the entry prices for Near back in mid-January, and I was doing like a deep dive analysis on it, but I got so busy, I haven't had a chance to finish it, and haven't gone back to providing regular updates on Near. And last night I asked my Twitter followers if they thought it would be, how many of them would be interested, and a decent amount expressed interest in it. So here it is. And I'll continue to do this on a weekly basis on Sundays for you. So here's that huge bullish movement. And I'm surprised that it didn't break all-time high. But it came close. All-time high was roughly around $20.60, roughly. And since it pulled up to $19.79, it pulled back and then dropped just below this support level at $15. Dropped below and then came back up, and it's currently at $16.13. As far as the Bollinger Band is concerned, it's near the top of the Bollinger Band, and this wick here from last week came close. This week here broke above and then pulled back down, so it's still near the top. And it's above the middle basis. Middle basis is roughly around $12 and rough $12, right around here. And what's interesting about the next one is the bull market support band. This gray ribbon here, and Near has spent most of its time. If we go back to where this bull market support band started, roughly around end of February 2021. It's been weeks above the bull market support band and spent almost the same amount below the bull market support band. Then it popped, and then starting in August 2021, it popped above and remained above the bull market support band and retested it here and bounced up from it. All the way up to here where it retested it and finally broke down. So from here, which is August 2021, it stayed above it all the way up until roughly February 2022. So that's a long time being bullish. Even with this drop here, it stayed above the bull market support band. Then once it broke below, it stayed below for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then finally popped above it for 3 weeks. So the bull market support band, as you can see, acts as what it says. The name says If it's above, it's bull, and if it's below, it's bearish. But it spent more time being bullish than it's spent more time being bearish. So yeah, look out for that. So now that it's above, if it breaks below this $15 support here, the next few levels would be $13.50, and then this one is roughly around $12, and then the $12 support line is right where the bull market support band is. If it bounces up, that's good. It'll remain bullish in the near term, but if it breaks below, it'll spend some time below it. But if it's a wick, it can still pop back up. So we want to measure it over across a couple weeks. Down below, we have this pinkish, reddish line here. That's the 50-day moving average. And it previously acts as like the bottom. When near protocol drops down, the little bounce, that's the lowest it drops down. And what's also interesting about this 50-day moving average is it's ascending, first of all, so it's putting in higher lows. But if we draw a line from this back in July 2021, the bottom of that wick all the way up to the bottom of this wick, basically it's putting in higher lows. And that line literally just follow almost exactly the 50-day moving average. So this, if you want to find the very bottom, this could be it right here. So the next nearest bottom, if it was to wick crazily down, you're looking at it roughly around $8.65 or so. And we'll talk about entry prices in a bit here. So let's take a look at volume. Volume the last 4 weeks has been increasing, with the current week's volume being the second highest in this range since going back to October 2020. And this is on Binance. So yeah, that's and the highest volume was right here back in September 2021. And so yeah, good volume. As far as the KDJ is concerned, KDJ was trending up. It crossed above here for about 3 weeks, and it finally bent downward, but still in the upper range. It's currently at 92.89 when I snapshot this, typed this up. And that's in the upper range. Upper range starts at 80. But the fact that it's bending down and it's in the upper range, high probability that it will start to drop back down. That's why I gave it a bear. If you look back here, when it hit its high range, it can consolidate in the high range for a while before it drops back down. But sooner or later, it'll drop back down. Here it hit the high range, drop back down. Here it's in its high range. More than likely, it'll drop back down. Down with the MACD, MACD puts in the second bullish histogram bar as the white MACD line cross above the red signal line at 1.46 when I type this up. And it's why is this a bear here? That's weird. Let me correct this. So that should be a bull, not a bear. Type. There we go. Yeah, so make sure that's right. Yeah, that's right. So that's a bullish for now. Let's go, but we want to take a look at the range. Here's the potential bottom of the range, and bottom is registering roughly around negative 0.11 or 12, and the top is roughly around this area here, plus 2.76. So being at around 1.47, it's kind of like somewhat near the top, upper half. So it can still move up some more, or it can curve and move down. Let's go to the RSI. The red RSI flipped slightly down, which is right here. It's been going up and then flipped slightly down to 59.3. 50 is the middle mark for RSI, and so it's in between the middle and the top mark. Top mark's roughly around it's 70. The start of the top range is 70, so it's right in between there. I gave that a bear because it's flipping down, but we want to wait and see. The Aqua CVD line, this one is it's interesting. Since right here, September 2021, cumulative volume delta, the CVD blue line here, has been pretty much trending up. I mean, if you average it out, it's been trending up like this, and that's huge. That's a lot of cumulative volume delta, and that's mainly measuring aggressive buys and sells. So that's demand. It's measuring demand here. There's a lot of demand since that time, and no surprise there. You can see that in the price up here too. So cumulative volume delta, it's still in its upper range. If you look here, this is its upper range here. And it's still in its upper range, and then now it's flexing down. So potentially it could go down even more. It's currently at 609, 609.42 million. So I gave that a bear. Just keep in mind this in the upper range, chances are it could dip, because it's harder for it to go any further, because it hasn't in the past. The white momentum indicator, it rose sharply. Look at this. Look at this thing. Rose sharply and then bent slightly, almost horizontal, but slightly inclined still. It rose from negative 6.95 to 5.212, and then it flipped almost horizontal at 5.56. I gave that a crab, even though it's slightly upward. So because of the bend, it's just such a sudden sharp bend. So if you take all these together, what do we have? We have KDJ bending down, we have cumulative volume delta bending down, we have RSI bending down. The only thing that's slightly still bending up is the momentum indicator. So you take a look at those. More than likely, near it's gonna pull back towards support here at $15. And if it breaks below that, that's bearish, but it's still in the bullish area. And if it breaks above this $19.50 or $20 resistance up here, then that's more bullish. But in the meantime, it's going to be trapped inside this bullish ascending triangle. It's going to chop inside there, and then it'll decide whether it wants to break below the ascending triangle support or break above the resistance here. Overall, this chart, I gave it two crabs and a bear, because I think it's going to go very choppy with the potential for a downward trend. And that is summarized here in the summary. Near will likely remain bullish above the bull market support band. Bull market support band is this gray ribbon here. And chop between support at $15 and resistance at $20. But will move toward the lower range. That should be move, not more. There we go. We'll move toward the lower range. Bearish if it breaks below, bullish if it breaks above the resistance. Let's take a look at a few other charts here. Total value locked. Here's near at number 14. It's looking really good. It's been climbing up, and you can see the 7-day change. One of the few that has all three range: 1 day, 7 day, 1 month range, being all positive. 7 day range up 44.59. 1 month change up 162%. Total value locked is on 1.21 billion. Market cap is at 9.49. The lower market cap to TVL ratio is 9.49. This is not such a good ratio. We want the lower number. We want TVL to be higher, like TVL to market cap. So we want TVL to be high. When TVL is high, the denominator grows, and that makes the whole ratio smaller. So this on the top 14, This is the highest ratio. That's not good. We want low. Low, like Phantom, for example. Phantom has 0.53. So, but it's growing. You know, as TVLs grow, this number will shrink. So we want to watch this number here and see if the ratio will shrink. As far as the weird, my mouse seemed to be locked. Oh, there it is. Okay. So as far as the heat map is concerned, we have sell walls up on top and buy walls on the bottom. Let's go through them. We have a sell wall at 25, a big sell wall at 25, a medium one at 24, a huge one at 20, a slightly small one at 19.5. Down below, we have buy walls. Major ones include 15, but a big one at 13.5, and a decent sized one at 10. And this one correlates with my buy entries, and I'll show that in a second. But before we go there, let's take a look at High Block Capital's cumulative liquidation deltas and liquidation levels here. For near, we have roughly around minus 242, make it 243 million in shorts. So you take all the high leverage levels, which is 25 to 100x high leverage. You take the open interest and the money in them, and you minus from the open interest in the long levels here, you have the overage of shorts. So roughly it's at this point, which if you look at the range here since April 4th, it's on the lower side or higher side, depending on how you want to look at it. But it's bigger on the shorts than these date range. So potentially, if someone wanted to, they could take a counter position, long high leverage, and force the price to go up on the spot market. Then that will liquidate the shorts, and they collect on their high leverage long positions. They could do that. But it's there. Entry levels. We have entry. I put in a few here. So again, this is not financial advice. It is for edutainment only. Given that it's currently roughly at up here at $16 around there. If a FOMO level would be like 1350, right at this green line here, 10% there. I wouldn't do that though. But some people like to FOMO in. So instead of FOMOing in where the price is at right now, you can FOMO in where just a little bit below that. I would start actually. My mouse is frozen. There we go. So I would start roughly at $12. That's where I would enter. Put 10% there, 10% at $11, and the sweet spot would be roughly at $10. I would put 30% there, and at $9 I would put 20%, and at $8 I put in 10 more percent. And if you look at these three levels here between $8 and $10, that's 50% of the budget for to buy near. And below that, I would put one in at $6.50, 10% there. Remember, as price goes down, the percent of allocation, you get more near coins. So something to keep in mind there. And that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, share your thoughts and comments, and also share with your friends and family. I would appreciate it. Thanks. And I'll see you actually tomorrow for more video. This is my last one for the day. Peace.